are your margins after shipping low-cost items?
Calling records vinyls, plural is vinyl.
So I blame myself, and I've learned the hard way. And probably the most asked question I get is just wondering what you had to pay for the storage locker and do. Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Ramsey. Today we're going to be commenting on the most asked questions I get as a reseller. Some of them are nice and some of them are not so nice. Let's get going. Just a thought for you, if it takes just as long to list a low price versus high price, why even list anything under $15 or $20? This was one of the top questions I want to start off with because I've got this many times in the past. People ask me why I sell items that are $8, $9 online. It's because they are my bread and butter items. I have a friend named Marcus on here who's an Amazon seller who comments on a lot of my videos, and he said the same thing, bread and butter items. The items that don't make you a lot of money, but at the end of the month, they'll make you a lot of money. So items that are for me, $7, $8, $9 I sell for, if you get them really cheap, I can still make a good profit off them. By the end of the month, you're talking about a lot of times $800 to $1,000 in sales extra from those items. Also, I have many days in a row where I sell items under $15, and if it wasn't for those little bread and butter items, I would be making $0 some days. So they are very important for me. They don't move so fast. I've accumulated so much, as you can see, of smaller items as well. They tend to sell more because I have more online. I get the concept of that. But in general, if I didn't have those items, my bigger items, especially in this economy, they don't sell as fast as the smaller items. So here's one I get quite a bit. If you're going to call record albums vinyls, you ought to be consistent and call comics papers.
Bro, stop calling records vinyls, plural is vinyl.
Okay, I get this so much, and honestly, I'm just really bad about remembering grammar and different things. I've been told this so many times. I've done vinyl for a very long time, but once in a while, I'll call a couple multiple vinyls. I'll call them vinyls. See, I just did it right there. But for everybody who gets mad about that, I am very sorry, and I apologize. Another question I get a lot on Facebook and YouTube is, do you promote your items on eBay? And I definitely do. Most of them I promote between 3 to 5%. A lot of times I will not promote it now if it's like a rare item. If it's a very rare item, I never promote it. But items that there's only 2 or 3 listings online, I just don't promote it all anymore. If there's only the one item online, I've never promoted it because why would you do that? The second thing I'd say about promotion is I've actually cut down on eBay promotion ever since they changed the whole way they promote. Basically, in a nutshell, if you don't know about it, back in the day, you promote a listing. If somebody finds it organically, it will sell organically. Now, if the item is clicked on at all, it will automatically be a promoted listing. A real quick example of this would be if, let's say, John looks up a VHS tape of, I don't know, Beetlejuice. And Beetlejuice, he clicked on it, he looked at it, he never bought it. Another guy named John that already knows your store, he's looking around your store. If he goes in your stores trying to search for items to buy today, he picks that Beetlejuice VHS, it's now going to be charged as a promoted listing. So they'll charge you another 5% or whatever you listed it as on top of the actual sale. So after learning that and the change they did, I stopped promoting items as much. I've lowered them all down they were almost all 5%. Now they're all between 3 and 2%. Or I would promote almost 95% of my store. Now when I'm doing my relisting, I'm actually taking things off promotion and seeing if they sell that way. Next question. When you look for vinyl, are you looking for sealed, popular, or what specifically? Honestly, it's mostly sealed items. When I can find a sealed vinyl in my big storage unit I show you, I'll usually always just pull that first. It is way quicker to take a picture of this sealed than to pull a vinyl out, clean it off, grade it, which that's a whole thing in itself, grading vinyls. You also have to do some research to make sure it has all the original inserts with it. So say like that Johnny Taylor album was not sealed, you got to make sure it didn't come with some kind of insert with it that's like a poster or a lyric insert. It's like anything. When you start doing more of one topic, you start learning more and you just kind of know what to look for. I just know brands now and different companies, like Groove Merchant. Groove Merchant. They do a lot of jazz stuff, and a lot of times those sell very well, very quick. And another thing about albums, what to look for, gatefold covers. They're not always considered rare, but they definitely can bring more value sometimes than a regular vinyl. I have many in here. I wish I could find a more rare one for you. That one wasn't too bad, but a lot of them can be $10, $15 more than your average vinyl. If I see a gatefold, which they suck when they're used because you have to open probably 2 vinyl and clean both of those records up. Also, a few more tips. I look for jazz vinyl a lot. Jazz vinyl sells very well. I did not know that going into this. I have so many jazz vinyl in my other locker that I found, and I'm listing them more and more because they're selling. Of course, anything like psychedelic, old school rock, those are good albums. Those are good genres to look for. How are your margins after shipping low-cost items like those? I actually meant to include this in the first question earlier as a follow-up. My margins on, like, let's say a $10 item, if I'm getting that item for really cheap, 50 cents, $1, with the fees and after everything, I'd say probably like $5, $6. When you have items that are VHSs that are super low, like cheap ones, $4 or $5 VHS tapes, those can be anywhere from $3.50 margins to sometimes $1.96. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're selling 20 to 30 VHS a week minimum, and a couple of those VHSs are also a $10 profit or $15 profit, adds up really quick. I have to stress to people, if you're gonna get physical media, especially the low end stuff, you'll be sitting on it for a little while, and also you need to get it cheap. You can't be buying these things more than 75 cents a dollar because there's just no money in it. A lot of times you can get a box of VHSs for free somewhere. Half the time they're on the curb. You go to garage sales, a lot of times in my area, they'll be on the curb and says free stuff. So I couldn't find the comment for this one, but I know it's there. Basically, people get so upset when they see I have vinyl stacked on top of each other in my big storage unit. I'm trying my best to go through them. I know that if they're too bad or too warped, I'll throw them away. Originally, they were already in a storage locker, and they were all half of them stacked like that anyways. Actually, about 85% of them were stacked incorrectly in the first place. So if they're warped, they're warped. I had a health problem a while back, which set me back to get all those vinyl out of there. I am trying my best to get all those vinyl out of there and stacked correctly. Okay, the next question says, it's good for light stuff, minor scratches. That's pretty cool, so compact. So the person is asking about this disc cleaner that I got recently. It's talking about this little Pro Care disc cleaner I got, and it is wonderful, honestly. So this thing literally turns discs that are like good, very good, and honestly makes them pretty excellent. I mean, I have a stack of discs that were sitting here. I got rid of those, finally put them online. Here's the box. I've only had it for a couple of weeks now. It's been amazing. It's really opened up a new window of items I can list online or actually purchase. So the question they're asking is it light stuff, minor scratches? Yes, it's for light scuffs, minor scratches, some medium scuffs, but I wouldn't say medium scratches. If that makes sense. It's like a 3-step process. It's just made me able to put so much more items online that are quick and easy to ship. I love it. If you want to see a full video on that, I'll put a link below. Another major question I get a lot on messages and YouTube is, do I test them all? All the VHS that aren't sealed, all the video games that are not sealed, everything that's not sealed, I test them. A lot of ways I test them. We have different adapters. Sorry, it's a little bit dirty back here. I'm going to show you around. We have this Super Retro console. This thing. It does Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and it has NES. Any little toggle thing for that. This one is actually back ordered now. It's hard to find it. So I actually had to order another one. This one's been awesome so far. It doesn't do Sega. It's a little more affordable too. The problem with this one is my Super Nintendo one went out. I don't blame the company. I've had this thing for over 2 years. It's probably had about 4 or 5 years worth of testing items on there. Think about all the games that are in lockers and storage units. They're so filthy and nasty. I do try to clean them. I do clean them a bit before I put them in there, but a lot of times I'll forget and clean them afterwards. But that thing's just gone through so much gunk and so much ups and downs of pulling out and just being tight. So I blame myself, and I've learned the hard way is always clean them thoroughly before putting them in there. That way a lot of gunk and crap doesn't get stuck on one cartridge slot. So next question is, thanks for the useful information. What do you use to ship vinyl records? Is there specific packaging you can buy? I had to custom. I have had to custom make custom packaging thus far. So these are the boxes I use, and they are awesome. I've never had one problem of any item being damaged during shipping so far, knock on wood. So if you can tell, this is a little perforated. I can't say the word perforated. Yeah, perforated. We have two little lines, and these things really help out because if you have 2 or 3 vinyl or more, I wouldn't say more than 3. Don't do more than 3 on this one. You can actually do a lot more stuff. So say you're not just doing vinyl, you can do laser disc. I do magazines in here, more rare ones, obviously. These are more costly, but it's worth it. Never had anything damaged before. They look really nice, look professional. And probably the most asked question I get is just wondering what you had to pay for the storage locker, and do you share your eBay store link? My eBay store link will be in my description somewhere or on my store page of my YouTube. So if you guys watch me, I have a large storage unit that is full of all my other storage auctions that I just throw in there, and I'll go through it later kind of thing, so I'm not paying on multiple storage units. But that one specific storage unit that I'm constantly going through on my Sunday videos, that one has a longer story to it. It's a pretty interesting story, actually, but I have a whole video for that below if you want to find out more about it. So in a nutshell, I originally got it free, thinking, oh, it's free. No, there's a story to it. Like I said, it's a long story, but nothing's free when you have to pay for storage keeping. So basically, that storage unit over there, it's costing me, I think, almost 500 or 400 bucks a month, roughly. Quite a bit. Times that by almost 2 years. So there's some cost to it. Here's the thing, if I would have got that unit and sold everything in bulk and got it over with, yes, I would have made money, but I'm making way more money finding vinyl in there and finding VHS tapes in there that are like $200-300 worth or more. I wish I started my YouTube earlier, because my earlier batch of items I found in there, like sealed Dolly Parton vinyl, multiples, they were $500-600 each. I've sold a couple $1,000 records in there. I mean, that's just 1 or 2 items. For somebody to come in there and blindside me and say, I want 20 grand for the whole thing. I mean, I've already made triple off that already, if not more. So that's why I don't sell things in bulk as much as possible. If it's like low-end items that I don't have a lot of room for, I will sell bulk. If you have any resale questions for me, make sure to drop them below. I'll be happy to answer them. I may answer them in a future video as well. If you could like this video, I'd really appreciate it, and other resellers can find me as well, and maybe I can help somebody else, and also hopefully grow this channel eventually. So if you want to see what I find next or what I sell next, make sure to follow me. Take care. Bye.